Hello and welcome to Climbing Daily. We're lucky enough to travel to some of the biggest, baddest and best climbing gyms in the world. So today I thought we'd have a look back at a few of our favourites. Now I know we can't currently climb indoors or outside, but it's important that we support our climbing walls. And hopefully this video will give you some ideas of where to visit once this whole corona situation has gone. So to kick off, we are going way back in the day to our first ever gym tour. This was the old climbing wall in Innsbruck, and I met up with pro climber Jakub Schubert, who showed me around this hardcore venue. You also get a chance to see me as a presenter a few years ago. Jakub Schubert said he'd be here to show me around, so I presume he's just around the Look at that, Magica TV, who'd have thought, eh? Jakub, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up?
Good to see you. This is cool.
Yeah, this is my home gym.
How long have you been training and climbing here for?
Like 13 years.
So give me some stats. How high are the walls?
I think 17.5 meters, or like 16.5. Yeah, 16.5, I think.
And considering most of the Austrian team train here, I presume the grades are kind of high.
Yeah, like especially we have like 4 overhangs here, and there we have like all our hard routes that we train on.
Awesome, please show me around.
And if you come here and you expect to be the strongest climber, then yeah, maybe it's the wrong gym. But if you come here to have fun and yeah, maybe get inspired, then I hope it's the right one.
So this is the campus board set up here?
Yeah, this is our campus board. It's really tiny. We're not really proud of our campus board, but yeah, that's what we have.
Am I allowed to have a climb?
Of course, always. Did you pay though?
I'll be honest, I've signed a release form, but I haven't actually paid yet. So first thing I noticed when walking in, there's a lot of colours on the wall, but no sort of labels showing routes.
Yeah, we don't have colored set boulders. It's like just a bunch of holes put into the wall, and everyone makes up his own boulders.
How long have these holes been here? Do they ever swap them around, or is this it? Stays forever?
No, yeah. Obviously, they like wash them again and then put them new in like every, I don't know, few months, half a year. Like, yeah, it depends.
Awesome, man. So pretty overhanging in here as well and steep. So is there more through this room?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm saying is there more. I can see there's more through this way.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's like not super high walls, but yeah, that's what we have for now. And next year we get like the super good gym.
This next moment was one of the first times I ever got to climb with a pro climber, and I was super nervous. Luckily, as well as being a complete wad, Jakub was very sweet. So check out this boulder he set me.
This foot here, this foot, at the top, and 3 seconds, and he did it.
3 seconds? I just thought it was matching control. Okay, all right.
All right. The first 2 moves are actually, the second move is the hardest. Come on. Nice.
And then that one?
No, that one. Right foot. Yeah. Yeah. Easy. Blue pinch.
And then foot?
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
That one there?
No, the green one. You got a lot of time there. I think next boulder can be a lot harder.
It's quite a hard.
You got to match the top though. There we go. Nice. All right.
Okay, I didn't embarrass myself on the first one.
How did you like that boulder?
It was good actually, man. It was good. Right, give me something a little harder. If you want to see what a little bit harder looks like, then check out the link in the description below for the full video. Now from the old to the new, and we visit the redesigned facility in Innsbruck. Now this wall is used as a hub for pro climbers and teams throughout the world, so there are a lot of pro athletes hanging around. We visited the Kletterzentrum in Innsbruck during the World Championships, and I've never seen a gym with more pro climbers in it. Slightly intimidating to try and speak with the best of the best watching. So walking into this first space, what immediately grabs my attention is how open and clean it feels. It's not at all grimy and dirty, it's this wide, beautiful space to climb in.
Yeah, the aim was to build a really modern new climbing gym where you don't fear about the climbers behind you. And that's why in my planning was really important to make it more open with the motto, less is more.
This is a gym where you can go for a weight session, hit the training area, or climb on the immense outside walls. Really special. I can see a pretty well-stocked gym going on there. You don't often see gyms that comprehensive in a climbing wall. Why have you put something like that in here?
Yeah, I've been a trainer. I'm still trainer of national team members, but I've been for a long time, 25 years long. I've been trainer, and we always need to go to the fitness area to do our additional exercises. And if you go to the fitness studios, you lose a lot of time. And now I wanted everything what we need to be here, so that the athletes can do the additional training after the training.
I can see, as we're talking, Jim Pope just flexing over there. There's some strong boys here today, and girls. So, moving from the lead bit, we've got the fitness bit, and then one of my favourite bits of any climbing wall, which is the bouldering section. And again, it's massive.
Yeah, man, it's really great. It's not the greatest boulder gym in the world, but it's cool, organized, and we have a lot of different areas for beginners, for public climbers, and for the national team.
Okay, so coming in here, lots of pro climbers down here. So this is their own facility.
Yeah, I mean this is mainly built or reserved for the national team members for the training, and as you can see, all the team members, the Japanese team is here and the USA team is here. These are probably hard boulders.
So people like me are going to struggle. People like these guys, this is the perfect place they can come, get strong, and get in that competition mindset.
That's what we thought about it. Now it's prepared for the warming up area for the competitions. Usually there are only blue boulders, red boulders, or yellow boulders, but all final boulders for the competition climbers.
Awesome, man. Well, I can see Alex Megos dressed in yellow, of course, just hanging out casually. That blue hold up there is incredible.
Yeah, it's a funny boulder, but sometimes you don't need it because it's too big and takes a lot of space. So that's why it's very high.
That place offers a true step up in terms of the quality of the facilities they offer, perhaps a glimpse at the future. Now, from Innsbruck to London in the UK, and we visited the Yonder climbing wall. Now, these guys are craftsmen, and they care as much about how the facility looks and feels as the amazing boulders that they set. And hang on for the incredible training wall that comes about halfway through this segment. As well as being a climbing wall, Yonder offers chill-out spaces, work areas, and a bar to have a pint in after your session. Okay, so we're in this cave section with roots coming over our head. This is kind of cool.
Yeah, so we just wanted to design a cave area that wasn't just a box cut out into a room. Like, cave climbing is like weird and wonderful, and you can chuck shapes, and there's always weird features. So the way I went about it was, I grew up on Dartmoor, but there's a lot of just like rocks that are kind of like lent up against each other. So the inspiration was more of like a space between loads of boulders that are piled on top of each other, rather than just a scoop out of a cliff.
Let's go through this in terms of what the boards are. So what I presume is a moon board on the left.
Yeah, just the normal moon board setup, so LED, so that's obviously the one that everyone can benchmark all around London and all around the world, obviously. And then over here we've got our Beastmaker board, so symmetry, so just a little bit of a different style. Obviously you've got the timber hold, so it means you can just like ruthlessly train for hours on end and never weigh your skin down.
Mine goes even on wood.
Yeah,
just melts.
And there's no denying it's a bit of a beast. We actually set it at first with one cluster, and then we had to like add a load of holds afterwards. It was a bit like, right, okay, we need some more jugs. So it does go from kind of like V4 up to whatever you want, obviously. And we're using an app at the minute as well to kind of record what routes there are, so people can like share and bits and bobs like that. But we're also going to be getting a projector set up put on here, so you can save routes and then project. Rather than LEDs, which is quite like fixed, we're going to be using projection to like identify holds. So that's another thing that we're working on at the minute.
And then this giant looking board with numbers on it, what's this all about?
So this is probably the proudest piece. This is probably like absorbed months of my time. Yeah, firstly, it's an angle changing wall. So
this wall moves?
This wall moves, yeah. So like that's why it's actually diagonal, because it's so big that you had to do quite a different structure behind. So yeah, shall I show you it moving actually?
Absolutely. I'm just gonna, can I lie underneath it? Or will it stop?
It's safe.
I'll lie down here. All right. I mean, I've seen these before, Paul, I've used these before. I haven't quite seen one this big. It's massive. You know what's kind of cool is when it's set back as a separate entity, and the second you've done this, it all becomes one long line of training wall. It's, again, very beautiful.
Yeah, it's like visually like powerful, but also we wanted to do it so we set circuits in a way that you can get pumped. There's no cruxy moves in it. You just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. And then we all know that if you're like getting at high level with like red pointing and sport climbing, you might break it down into like bolder sections throughout. So the idea being you can pump yourself out on the circuit and then nip across to the Beastmaker, smash through some like really hard moves on that, which is like emulating a section of a sport climb, and then you get back on the circuit board again and continue your circuit again.
Watching those videos literally made my fingers sweat. I cannot wait to get back into the gyms, and we will be soon. So make sure you comment below and let us know if there's a gym in your area or a special climbing wall that you want us to visit in the future. Thanks for watching, and looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.